girl, I forgot about my nose hairs. Ooh, my bad. Couple minutes into applying this, I had to remind myself like, hey, this product smells really strong. Like I kind of smelled that ammonium in it.
Today we are reacting to Jackie Aina's luxury maintenance routine. We're talking face shaving, brow lamination, and hair removal and more. And this woman has spent $4,000 on luxury beauty products before, so I'm excited to see what she actually does on the regular. And if you don't know who Jackie Aina is, you must live under a rock. Please educate yourself and then come back. And if you don't know, or if you're new here, hello! My name is Cassandra Bankson. I'm a skincare expert in the industry for over 10 years, and I've personally suffered with acne for over 15. I'm a medical esthetician, and although I've worked alongside and with both doctors and dermatologists, I am not a physician myself. That being said, I love analyzing, scrutinizing, and learning from other people's routines, and I also don't like spending more money than I have to on skincare. So I'm excited to see what she uses, learn from it, and see whether or not I believe it's worth it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jackie Aina. I had to do a little stretch for today's song because today is Pamper Maintenance Day. Basically, when you get to the point where you can start cornrowing your brows, or when your nose hairs become longer than your pubes, yeah, it's time for you to start all over. Now, this year I've had to make some changes, just like many of you, and I'm gonna be doing this same routine from home. Maybe you're on a budget. Maybe you just don't like being in salon environments, you know? Like some of us are germaphobe. I'm gonna show you how I do a lot of the maintaining that I do from home now, and it's gonna actually be cheaper. It's gonna save you money. It's gonna save you time. Gas also, and it's also just going to be really convenient. Today's video I'm also going to be doing in partnership with beYoutiful, and this is a newer brand that I'm introducing to my channel. So I'm going to be using some of their products in today's video while we do some grooming, maintaining, pampering, because you deserve it. Despite what someone else might say, you deserve it. So pull up a chair and I'll show you how to maintain some of this beauty. Now, although being pretty on the outside helps, but also make sure you're working on the beauty in here too, because that matters too. That matters too.
This is what I always appreciate. She always has a way to make me feel better. And she's so true. You're saving gas, but remember, it's what's on the inside that counts. You gotta be beautiful.
With that being said, I'm gonna do some light skincare because it is important to prep for one of the steps that we're gonna be doing in just a minute. Now, because it is the morning, I just did a workout and I have SPF on my face. I'm a huge believer in double cleansing, and a lot of you guys ask me, hey, do you do that morning and night, or is that only for like a heavy makeup day? Well, because I did work out this morning and I was wearing SPF, sometimes you just need a one extra step to really get in there and break down that product a little bit more. I don't know why I'm throwing fists.
I love double cleansing as well. I love that she wears sunscreen. There's a myth that people with darker skin don't need to, and that is false. Caucasian or light skin has a natural SPF of around 3, and the darkest, blackest skin has a natural SPF of around maybe 13, 14. And that is still not enough, which is why everyone needs SPF every day. Science has come a long way. We know what causes harm. We know the things that can prevent that, and sunscreen happens to be one of them. I wish I knew exactly what sunscreen she was using. Double cleansing is also phenomenal. I love it, especially if you wear makeup or if your sunscreen doesn't come off with a first cleanse, you need to double cleanse. Does everyone need to double cleanse twice a day? No. Really only on days that you wear makeup or if you're wearing thick sunscreen that doesn't come off. I love a woman who knows her stuff.
So I'm gonna start off using the Aqua Balm Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm. Now I've gone through quite a few, oh, isn't it pretty? Pale blue has actually become like one of my favorite colors recently. I'm gonna grab a chunk out of that. I've tried a few cleansing balms here and there. They're not all made the same, that's definitely for sure. Some leave a film, some don't actually clean anything. Some can kind of sting and burn the eyes if you get them like inside. But the Aqua Balm Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm is super gentle. I love the way it smells. It has this like kind of velvety, just this really silky kind of suede texture. It's lightweight, and for some reason, compared to some of the other makeup removing balms and oils that I've used, this one, and I've noticed, cleans product and also removes makeup just a little bit more effectively. This cleansing balm is gonna really get in there as kind of like a preliminary step before you wash your face, and it really helps break down some of that dirt, oil, impurities in the skin, makeup. Like I said, it's incredible at removing makeup, and it doesn't strip the skin. And by the way, guys, I have oily combination skin. Please don't be afraid of using oil-based products, y'all. In addition to all that though, it just feels really hydrating on the skin.
So sadly, beYoutiful is not a cruelty-free brand, and I believe in putting my money where my morals are, so they are not getting my coin. At $38, this seems like a decent product. I would personally recommend something like the Hemish All Clean Balm. It's much less expensive. There's also the Glow Recipe Papaya Cleanser, which is phenomenal. When we look at the ingredients, they seem pretty basic. We have a lot of plant extracts. We have shea butter, which is really nice. There's nothing in here that I'm super concerned about. It does have natural fragrances in it that could sensitize some people. Overall, I don't hate this, but I don't love it either. I'm happy that it works for her, and I'm happy that she's double cleansing.
So after that, I'm gonna take a warm towel. This is what I like to do on my pamper days. So I'm trying to remove and apply the products in the same way that they would at like a spa. So grab your little wash rag and press. You can also rinse it off. It's totally up to you. Next, we need to actually wash our face. We're not done cleansing the skin yet, and these steps are really important because we are gonna get into some facial shaving a little bit later. We wanna have clean skin. I'm gonna be using the Aqua Balm Jelly Cleanser. It is, first of all, I feel like cleansers in general are not really like much to rave about because they're cleansers. But once you have acne prone skin, oily skin, you start reading, you know, like the qualifications and stuff a little bit closer. So I'm always looking for a cleanser that's gentle, hydrating, will actually wash my face without making my skin feel super tight and dry after I've used it. This Aqua Balm Jelly Cleanser, okay, if you like a sudsy cleanser, like slippery slow, like if you really just like a lot of bubbles and suds and like all of that in a cleanser, whoo, wow, it just makes me feel cleaner. I don't use that much cleanser usually, by the way. That was just kind of, you know, just for the effect of the video. I thought it'd be like aesthetically pleasing, but yeah, sorry about that. I used a lot there. Before I go right in, I actually put the cleanser in my hand and then I get it really wet from the water. I swish it around in my hands until it gets really bubbly, because this is called activating the cleanser. My esthetician actually taught me this, and this is what you do to actually, you know, get the most out of the ingredients.
So this is kind of true, but kind of not. It depends on the formula. You see, a lot of these suds come from sulfates. A lot of people like to demonize them, but not all lauryl sulfates are bad. They can strip the skin, but there are some that are more gentle that, you know, don't do that to the skin. Or there are other main ingredients that can act as cleansers that are more sugar-based or a little bit more hydrating. Again, not cruelty-free. The one that I would recommend that seems like a good dupe for this would be the Ren. It's like a jelly cleanser as well. It doesn't suds up like this, but I feel like if she's looking for hydration, that would be better. But she also has oily skin, so maybe she's trying to combat and control some of that oil. This doesn't have any acne clearing ingredients in it, so I wouldn't recommend it for acne prone skin. I don't know if these are blemishes, if these are ingrown hairs, or if these are spots of pigmentation. Maybe she'll tell us later. Overall, it's not a horrible one, but again, it's not my favorite. And for someone who is prone to having acne prone skin, I would recommend a cleanser that has benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, maybe something like sulfur, or those active ingredients that can actually do some help.
And as you can see, no matter how many times I pass this cleanser over my eyes, it doesn't burn at all. It's extremely gentle. It's very moisturizing. It doesn't strip the skin, and my skin, like I said, doesn't feel dry or tight after using it, and your skin will feel clean.
When we actually look at the ingredients, this one does not have sulfates. The main ingredients here are water, glycerin, and potassium cocoa glycinate. These are great. They are not as stripping as SLS or SES, and they're actually pretty soothing to the skin, so I'm really happy that this works so well for her.
I just thought it'd be cool, you know, very spa-like, bringing the spa home. I'm gonna be using the beYoutiful Aqua Balm Hydrating Toner. Everything from the Aqua Balm line, like, I don't know if you've gotten a hint by now, is kind of a bomb. This toner is refreshing. This toner's hydrating. Oh, and don't forget about the neck and the chest.
This toner is actually quite interesting. It's called the Aqua Balm. It's supposed to be super hydrating, but the second ingredient is actually denatured alcohol. Again, I don't fear this in skincare because of how it evaporates off the skin and it can help with oily prone skin. I don't know exactly how much is in here, but it seems to be a good amount. Overall, the glycerin in here is probably pretty helpful, so I'm hoping that it's as hydrating as they say it is. Again, we have a lot of these plant extracts that they really seem to like to throw in here. I'd be worried about the orange peel oil and the lime oil, especially for day use if you are going outside with this. But is it a bad product? Absolutely not. And for the price, it's 28 bucks. Again, if only it were cruelty free, I would probably add this to my cart. But it seems like a pretty good toner. It seems actually kind of more like an essence because it has that glycerin. If you liked this, I think that you would love something like the Fat Water from Fenty Skin or those Avocado Auto toners from Frudia. There's also this really jelly toner that I found from Purito that is fragrance free that I think people would love, and I would recommend those over this one. But let's see what she continues to do, and hopefully we'll get to some of these luxury maintenance treatments.
Okay, so next we're gonna get into face shaving. Now this step is, I feel kind of controversial. I feel like every time I talk about face shaving, somebody tries to come for me, my non-existent pets and my unborn children and my ancestors. Like, y'all just be dragging me when I talk about face shaving because I just really don't think it's that deep, but whatever. And no, we did not put any product on, no serums. We didn't moisturize just yet. You want to do this on dry skin. Before I do that, I am going to tweeze all of my chin hairs. This is really just kind of like a personal thing because I be waiting weeks to get these chin hairs, bro. Like, I be waiting. I just let them grow out. I let them think they getting away with it, right? And then I just, boom, I attack all of them at the same time. And it's just so satisfying to me. I also do like removing blackheads. Yes, I'm one of those people. And if you're one of those people too, sound off in the comments because I know we out here gang with a, once again, dry face. I'm gonna take my little 99-cent Store Razor. Girl, I get these on Amazon for like $2 a pack. You wanna very gently pull the skin tight. Just start stroking downwards with the blade. I try not to pass the same spot too many times, no more than like 3 times. And I just keep working my way down.
I, as well, do female face shaving. I have a very hairy face and I'm also very acne prone. I actually used to use like an expensive dermaplaning is the technical term, like face shaver. And then I hated how I was going through so much plastic and it was so expensive. And I actually found these exact same razors on Amazon. Fun fact, especially since quarantine, I also do my own brows, and instead of waxing them off, I actually just kind of shave them. She's doing everything right. I agree, dry skin. The only thing is that she does have some blemishes. Now that I'm looking at them closer, they do seem to be blemishes. And again, that doesn't change her beauty. That doesn't change her worth or anything like that. And if acne doesn't bother her, she doesn't have to deal with it. However, you should not dermaplane or face shave over open blemishes. You could nick them. You could cause them to prematurely pop. That could lead to scarring or pigmentation. She's doing everything else correct though. You do want to keep it taut. You know, men shave their face at home every single day. Women can too, especially we have these little peach fuzz or vellus hair. Don't be ashamed of it. I do it and I like it a lot better than waxing. Waxing and tweezing remove the hair fully. And you know, the reason we have hairs is so that we can touch and feel, but we can also get oil out of the skin. Oil that's produced by our faces naturally uses those hairs as like little pathways to get out and to create the acid mantle on our skin, which is like that protective barrier. And if you wax or remove those completely, you can actually start to get more breakouts. You can get little ingrown hairs, and the oil just can't escape like it's supposed to. So that's why I also like, you know, kind of shaving this area.
And then I also sometimes, in order to avoid shaving off my brows by accident, I just put my finger over and just shave around that area. Also, this is the part where I start tackling the mustache. I know Movember's coming up. Shout out to everybody who won't be shaving this November.
She didn't shave. I didn't shave all of quarantine. And if you have not seen that video, man, we discuss beauty standards. We discuss societal ideals of women and body hair. And then I use IPL to see if it actually works. It was a fun video. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. Do yourself a favor. Open in a new tab, add to watch later playlist.
Shaving the face, I feel like, can be such a hit or miss conversation. Some people swear by it. Some people say only professionals can do it. I personally really don't think it's that deep. I just like shaving my face at home. I don't really do it to exfoliate or anything like that. I really just do it just to get rid of the peach fuzz.
I know she's only doing it to get rid of the peach fuzz on her skin, but you do exfoliate whether you like it or not. The epidermis is made of those dead keratinocytes called corneocytes that naturally slough off. But any form of physical exfoliation, whether that's a walnut scrub that you should not be using, whether that is a gentle scrub such as something made of rice, or whether that is actual, you know, dermaplaning, it is a form of exfoliation whether you like it or not. So I love that she is wearing sunscreen.
Get super soft skin for a couple days after doing it. I do this once a month, right at the beginning of the month, always. I always use a brand new razor. By the way, for the purposes of today's video, put your retinol away, okay? No scrubs. Okay, no exfoliant, and definitely no retinol. We're not doing none of everything in today's video is gonna be moisture loving, hydrating, gentle, and soothing. Because once you shave your face, your skin's gonna be a little not sensitive, but yeah, kind of sensitive.
We love a queen who knows her stuff. She is so skintelligent, and it is so refreshing watching all of these Vogue and Harper's Bazaar DIY fruit juice disasters. It has traumatized me. So seeing someone who actually knows what they're doing is so wonderful. I would argue that if your skin is super tolerant, or if you have experience in this area, using your retinoid as prescribed and as directed on a day that you exfoliate is still slightly okay. But it depends on the strength, it depends on your skin. And if you are not a seasoned skincare user, she's right. Put it away.
This next step I was very excited about because it was my first time trying brow lamination. Brow lamination is just another fancy way of saying, you know, a relaxer for your brows. I have really curly eyebrow hair, so I wanted something that would make them easier to maintain, easier to groom, especially on my days where I'm not wearing makeup. Also, shout out to Amber Scholl because I followed her routine of how to use this exact same kit, which I got on Amazon, by the way. I followed her routine step by step and it was way easier than I thought it would be. I was actually a little surprised. So the first step is you want to cleanse. So I'm going to take a clean Q-tip, dip it into the little cleansing solution and just cleanse my eyebrow area really thoroughly. And then step one, you're going to apply the lift cream. Now this kit comes with like everything, literally everything you need. So I started applying this with the little bulb tip applicator all the way into my brows. It also tells you that you want to brush them upwards as you're applying this because this is the actual part where you're basically like relaxing your brows. This is the actual chemical that does that. A couple minutes into applying this, I had to remind myself like, hey, this product smells really strong. Like I kind of smelled that ammonium in it and I quickly went to go grab my gloves. Girl, and in the name of stay bored, girl, we should be really safe when applying chemicals, I'm just saying. But yeah, I went and brought some gloves and then I started reapplying. And basically, like I said, I'm just brushing upwards with the little bulb applicator and really thoroughly making sure that I'm soaking my brows with that product because I just wanted to do it right.
I'm happy that she's able to do this at home in an inexpensive way. This is not my area of expertise. I could talk to you about hair regrowth cycles. I could talk to you about balding. Eyebrow lamination, I've never done it. It is not my specialty. I don't know even what's going on here. If it is ammonia, I can imagine that that does smell pretty bad. I'm glad that she's putting on gloves. My biggest concern that I'm seeing from a safety perspective, would her eyelashes, when she's opening her eyes, not come up here and touch the brows? I hope not. I don't know how long her lashes are, but I would be very, very careful. And if anything, wouldn't it make sense to have your sister, your mom, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, somebody do this for you so that you could actually protect your eyes and keep them closed? Because this is definitely not something that you want to put in or near your eyeballs. That's my biggest concern at this point.
Next, I'm going to take some saran wrap, not included with the kit, and just lay them right over my brow hair so they can kind of sit and marinate. And the instructions say to leave this on for 8 to 13 minutes, so I left it on for 12, somewhere right in the middle, just in case I had a malfunction, honey. I had still another minute to, you know, get my life together. Come show me how I can't see you. Come show me how you're doing your makeup. Peekaboo. Say, ah.
This child is a mood. I love it.
Brows are done cooking, so I took a dry cotton round. This is not wet. You don't want to apply any water on the brows during any of these processes. I wiped off that product and now I'm brushing them up again just because I'm kind of shook. Like my brows were literally standing straight on their own, unassisted. A little taking it back. I was like, wow, this is really cool. This is the number 2 step. And I think this is kind of like the, after you done perm them to kind of like, I think, seal it in. Now, when you apply this product, not only do you want to brush the hairs upwards, but you also want to brush them in the direction that you want them to actually lay in their dry natural state. I applied that product and I kind of started playing around with different shapes, seeing how I wanted them to lay.
My question, and this goes out to people who actually do hair and know the chemistry of these products, do you not need Vaseline to protect the skin around this area? Would this damage that? I know it's not a color, I know that it's, you know, kind of for texture, but I'm quite confused. Please educate me.
Once again, you have to seal them with saran wrap. So not only did I apply the saran wrap this time, but I kind of pressed it into the brow just to make sure they really laid flat. You're gonna keep this on for another 8 to 13 minutes, exactly the same step as the first time. Now there is like a little aftercare step. It's like an oil that's supposed to like nourish the brows.
I'm glad that it comes with a kit. I'm glad she's doing it. As a side note, oils can kind of coat the strands. I don't think they would really penetrate or do anything exciting, but I also don't know the ingredients, so.
Also, I had to get my unibrow. I do have a unibrow. I'm pretty hair child, so yeah, don't judge. Some of y'all got unibrows and a lot more other problems too. Here's a before and after, so you can see how my old brows look versus my new improved.
Wow, I don't even have curly eyebrows, but I think I might need this. Can I go check the cruelty-free status and add to cart? I feel like they just are in place naturally. Maybe it's because she combed them. Maybe I need brow gel. Maybe that's what I need.
Now I finally get to hydrate my skin. It's not like I was really suffering, but I was so glad that I could finally put on a moisturizer because I'm just a moisture baby. Like, I just love being hydrated. So I'm gonna be moisturizing with the True Cream Aqua Balm from beYoutiful. This is one of their all-star hero products, and I have to say it is incredible. I think it's awesome for all skin types, especially if you love a lot of moisture. Guys, like, don't be afraid of moisture. Look at the texture. It has such a really light, pleasant, almost kind of like water aquatic scent.
I haven't tried this one, but it looks like the Neutrogena water cream. That's kind of the vibes it's given me. Cruelty-free options I would recommend are from the Inkey list. They have a peptide moisturizer that seems pretty comparable, but for this beYoutiful one, I don't know the ingredients, so.
I love to drench my skin in this. It has a lot of skin and moisture loving ingredients. You're gonna get ceramide 3, which helps the skin retain water, and glycerin, which also helps maintain the skin's moisture levels. So these are two really incredible things, especially when you have oily skin, because sometimes oily skin can actually be dehydrated skin. I love taking advantage of this silky, almost kind of velvety premium texture, baby. It feels so good. And because once again, this is a pamper day, really take the time to massage that into your skin. Get your neck, get your chest, get your knuckles. Yes, you get your knuckles. Doesn't my skin just look so refreshed?
So this is a very, very popular product. A lot of people love it. $38, so it's not the worst price in the world. She is right, has glycerin, it has a methyl trimethicone. This is kind of, again, giving it that primary-like feel, that little pillowy feel. It does have denatured alcohol, which is going to evaporate off, but there's a lot of dimethicone and cyclopentasiloxane. All of these are silicone-based, so they give it that really, really slick feel, kind of like that powdery, pillowy feel. And then we do have some extracts in here, some plant extracts, some shea butter. I love that we do have both cholesterol and ceramides. Those are made naturally by our skin, but they really help support the skin's structure and hydration when they are applied. I would recommend, there are some dupes from K-beauty brands like by Klairs and by Wishtrend that I think would be really good dupes for this that are cruelty-free, and I actually think that the Klairs one would be less expensive, but I'm glad that it works for her.
What I like about this moisturizer is it's also lightweight, and I go back and forth not only between the Aqua Balm, but they also have an aloe vera version, which really came through the past couple days. My skin was going through a breakout. I had ran out of one product that I use on a weekly basis to like calm my skin, so I started reaching for that aloe vera because I already know aloe vera is going to be soothing and calming, and they both have very similar textures. So whichever one you get, I feel, you know, pretty much anyone would universally be really happy with either product. Oh girl, I forgot about my nose hairs. Ooh, my bad. But yeah, they be getting longer. They be in their crib. I don't know what they be doing. Look, this feels real. Okay, I said I was gonna be pampering. That's what we're doing. All right, maintenance, pampering, maintenance. It's all one and the same. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the moisturizing eye balm. Eye balms are very much one of those, like, do we live with it? Do we live without it? Do we care? Do we not? But this eye cream, baby, like, I don't know if I was just excited to try the product. I felt an extra surge of moisture from the moisturizing eye balm. It definitely has that velvety, really kind of silk, almost slightly tacky texture.
Ooh. You know that you can trust Jackie Aina. You know that she fought back on the brand about this one. I'm sure that it works pretty well, but for $50, this is a load of BS. Jackie Aina knows how to do sponsorships in a credible, ethical way, and it looks like beYoutiful is just trying to shove words down her throat, so I'm glad that she apparently stayed true to her beliefs, because eye creams are overpriced moisturizers. And when we compare this to the actual moisturizer, what are the main ingredients? Almost identical. We have glycerin, we have our cyclopentasiloxane, we have dimethicone. Very, very similar. They did throw in an oil here, which arguably might not be as good for this under eye area, because people like to say that the under eye area has thinner skin, which is true, but it still has oil glands just like everywhere else on the face. It does have a couple of plant extracts in here. It has rosemary and orange peel oil, and a lot of those fragrance ingredients that are terpenes might not be so good next to the eye for super sensitive individuals. Overall, it's not the worst, but I don't like it. Look at how much they're charging. A good, what, 20% more for a fraction of the actual amount. This is a joke, and I don't like it, not one little bit. You can use your moisturizer up here. You can take your eye cream and put it all over your face. If you want to pay extra for it, if you like a different texture here than here, be my guest. But don't buy into the marketing BS. And here's another video of me ranting about it that you might want to watch if you don't know why I am so passionate about this subject.
I'm gonna go ahead and shave. And I shave as opposed to like waxing or sugaring because I typically get laser hair removal. But right now I can't because those places are closed. When you wax, you're pulling the hair all the way out of the follicle, which is kind of a no-no for anybody that does laser because then the laser can't actually detect the hair, you know, like the bulb. I just maintain shaving because I've done so many laser sessions now, I only have to do it like once a month. It's just convenient, you know. My underarms are a different story. That hair grow back a little heavier, a little thick. And by the way, shout out to everybody with a healthy relationship with body hair. I feel like I have such a healthy, positive relationship with body hair, and that, yeah, like I love, you know, a clean little moment like on my legs and under my arms, but like at the same time, if I want to wear a nice dress, I'm not like clamoring to be bald. I just don't feel like it's that deep, you know. Sometimes you'll see me with a little underarm hair and I really don't care. I really don't care. Sometimes people will complain, people will talk crap. That's your own personal problem.
That is why I love her. She always has this air of positivity and helping us accept our bodies as they are. As you saw, my leg hair grew out over those 6 months of quarantine, and it was a really interesting relationship that I developed with my body hair. And I have grown out my armpit hair before, just to kind of challenge society and challenge my own beliefs on beauty. I love that she brings it up. And I currently have one leg that's pretty much hairless, or the hair grows back much slower because I did IPL on it. I take you through before and after. If you haven't seen that video, again, what are you doing? The link is right there. It was really an interesting experience, similar to laser, but not exactly, because IPL is an intense pulse light. It's more of a broad spectrum, whereas laser is very pinpointed. And laser, specifically Jaeger Alexandrite, is better for darker skin because it can actually get where it needs to go. Whereas things like IPL are looking for contrast in the skin, you know, which don't work as well if you have dark skin and dark hair or light skin and light hair. So if you want more info, we've done probably the most detailed review of it available, which you can definitely watch right there. But overall, I love that she brings this up. I love the positivity. I love that she doesn't need to have bald legs to wear a dress because, haha, same. You can't see that I'm flashing you, but this is a dress. Perks of good camera angles, am I right?
Last step in today's maintenance routine are my pedicures. Now, this is the only part of the routine I don't do myself. I don't do my own toenails. I do my own nails because I do wear press-ons. But I found this mobile nail tech. His name is Mike. He's a really phenomenal nail tech. He's so professional, so sweet, manages to somehow bring everything to my house, like hot water, hot towels, and he's just super efficient and like on it. He's been really great. And he's also a black nail tech, which I don't really know what's on a black nail tech, especially not here in LA. This was like definitely the most pamperous part of the whole routine because like it was the one thing that I didn't have to do myself. So I just sat back and enjoyed that massage, honey, because I've been a little tight back here, you know. I get like deep tissues and stuff, but everything's closed, so I can't do it, you know. So that massage, when you hit them feet and them corns with that pumice stone, I was in heaven, girl. While I was watching Alyssa Ashley, because she just did a Get Unready with me on the Hopper's Bazaar YouTube channel. We stand Alyssa in this house, gang, gang, gang. And girl, don't mind my corns, because I know you got corns too, and amongst other things, okay?
Jackie Aina is the realest, and I relate to so much of what she's saying. Yes, pamper me, just massage me. I miss massages the most. Just get my trapezius and my sternocleidomastoid, please, it hurts. Thank you.
Get back here and get some of that tension, and you know, like my shoulders, I be having knots and stuff, little cricks. Ooh, pop something. So in the name of stay bored, I do like to work with somebody who is really clean and uses new tools and is thorough, sanitizes everything properly, washes his hands before the service. So those are my nice frosty white sparkling toes. I know that this is going to be a very controversial statement, and it's a very first world statement, so feel free to drag me if you want to, but maintaining beauty is so tiring. I know, I'm sorry. No, for real, honestly though, like after you've done all this, you probably want to take a nap. Like it's a lot of stuff to go through. So I think the next time I do a video like this, I'll probably maybe switch it up and do something completely different, because to do all of that check box stuff that I normally would do on a maintenance day, I'd be exhausted. Next time we'll switch it up and do a little something different. Maybe by then, hopefully things will be opened up. I don't really have high hopes though.
It's true. You know, all these beauty things can be exhausting, but that's why I believe that skincare should be self-care. You should enjoy it. You need to use products that are fun, cool textures, maybe cool scents, cool formulas. Because if it feels just like a routine, it can kind of get dull. Whereas if it feels like a ritual, you can actually make it fun. Think about it. All these things that we're doing, like these perms, the shaving, you know, the waxing, all the stuff, all of these things grow back. These appendages of our body naturally are not meant to stay the same. So it does take a lot of upkeep. And then we have to question, why is there this societal expectation that we have to do all this upkeep? But you know what? If we enjoy it, let me tell you, I love it when somebody will rub my feet, rub my back, just give me a little scalp massage. Yes, please, and thank you. And I actually really enjoyed going through this with her as well. She's so real It's so refreshing.
Shout out to Believe for once again sponsoring today's video. Shout out to them for believing in me and my channel and my audience, for supporting these campaigns for me.
I love that Believe is putting their money into someone who actually knows what they're doing, who actually is honest, and somebody that I trust. If this brand was cruelty-free, I'd probably go buy some immediately. For the price, they seem like they've got some decent ingredients, just not the eye cream. But overall, I actually really enjoyed hearing her thoughts too. I also love that she actually showed us the textures. I feel like that is so important. This seems down to earth. This seems cost effective. You know, I'm totaling kind of what this would all be if it were a facial, a brow lift, you know, laser hair removal in office, and you're looking at like $1,000 to $2,000, especially with that laser treatment, right? Doing all this stuff at home, even with the skincare products, you're probably looking at $200, and it's gonna last you, you know, a month or two, because you can actually use that skincare more than once. Whereas if you go to the office, you know, you take out a little bit, they just use what they use on you, or, you know, they have to dispose of the brow kit once they're done with it. Very much enjoyable. She's raw, she's real, and she knows what she's doing with skincare. I'm so happy that I don't need to go get veneers on my teeth because I grinded them down by cringing. What a relief. She is someone that I absolutely love to pieces. Her mindset, many of her morals, just her attitude on beauty and life, and I can't get enough of it. So I hope that she does more of these soon. And if you want more reaction videos, we have an entire playlist that you are more than free to binge watch. And again, if you want more info on at-home hair removal or society's expectation of body hair, you can watch that right here. Always remember to be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in one of these next videos. Love you guys. Bye.